Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being on here, part of the live stream. Thank you for calling yourself Crypto Lifers and jumping on into the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for calling yourself Crypto Lifers. And we're going to start the show. A lot to go over right now. And I want to talk about Pearzap. Of course. Bam. Okay. Lights, camera, action. Pearzap, you see on the screen here. Shout out to Pearzap. You know, I was sitting here doing my thing like I usually do. And the dev team of Pearzap hit me up and said, hey, we're launching soon and we like your style. We'd like to sponsor a video. And you know what? This is a sponsored video by Pearzap. They gave me $500 BUSD. I'm a cheap date. And BUSD. And yeah, and so I am, just so everybody knows, this is a sponsored video, but I think it's awesome. And let's take a look at what they're offering and what's going on here with Pearzap right off the bat. 37,677% APR. I mean, 103% daily. Are you kidding me? To start farming right now on Pearzap, and it's one of the first farms on FANTOM. That's why I like it. You know I'm into my FANTOM, and how to get that going. Well, let me show you right now. Let me break it down for you. Let me bring that music down a little bit more for me. It's a little loud for me. So let me show you what's going on here. All right. Make sure these levels are perfect. Okay, so a lot of people are like, well, how do I even interact with the FANTOM mainnet? I don't know what's going on. All right, I have no idea. And let me show you how to interact with the FANTOM mainnet. So right off the bat, you're going to download, you're going to go to what's called MetaMask. Okay? MetaMask. All right? And you're going to go to metamask.io and you're going to download a MetaMask wallet. Okay? Once that becomes a staple on your, basically on your Brave browser or on your Chrome, whatever you want, then you're going to be able to connect to the FANTOM network. How do you do that? The easiest way is go to chainlist.org, okay? Chainlist.org. Remember this, chainlist.org. And this is an easy place to add any mainnet you need to your MetaMask wallet. So you would type in FANTOM up here. You would find FANTOM Opera Connect Wallet, and bam, like that, you would have the FANTOM Opera mainnet installed into your MetaMask wallet. That's how you get started. That's how it begins. Okay, so moving forward to get to Pearzap. Pearzap, baby, not Pearzap. You want to say Pearzap, everybody does, but it's Pearzap. So Pearzap. So let's take a look at Pearzap on FANTOM, the integration of Pear and FANTOM. In this Medium blog, we will tell you how our expansion to the FANTOM chain. What is FANTOM? FANTOM is an advanced blockchain project that provides a platform to build customized, decentralized applications, dApps, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. FANTOM is permissionless, decentralized, and open source. Lachesis. It's revolutionary, and that's A, Byzantine fault tolerance. See, I got my ABFT. Come on now. My A, Byzantine fault tolerance consensus mechanism allows FANTOM to be much faster and cheaper than the older technologies, yet extremely secure. I'm telling you right now, when I found out what FANTOM did and does, I was absolutely blown away. So let's get deep into Pearzap. Let's talk about why I like it. Let's talk about the dev team who's been around. They've already built on Matic, so they've been around. They didn't rug pull on Matic. They're just expanding to other chains. This is a good thing. I like to see that, and that's important as well, to see that they didn't, they maintained their farm on Matic and other places as well. Now they're moving to the FANTOM mainnet. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the Pearzap team and all my peoples out there in the crypto world. So how do you set it up? Well, you go to MetaMask like I showed you. You download a MetaMask wallet. Then you go to chainlist.org. You get FANTOM up in there. Then how do you get FANTOM? Well, there's a bunch of different places you can buy FANTOM. Okay? I believe you can buy FANTOM on Coinbase. Can you not? Let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's coming. If you can't buy it now, you'll be able to buy it soon. For sure. You can buy it on Binance, I know that, if it's applicable in your country. You can buy it on BolsaDex as well. And then you can transfer it on the FANTOM mainnet, or even, on the FANTOM mainnet to your FANTOM mainnet MetaMask wallet. Then you'll have FANTOM ready to go. They also give you a way to get the faucet set up here so you can get some free FANTOM ready to go on SpookySwap. So look what they're going to tell you here. Check this out. Let's break it down for you real fast. So how to set up the wallet. You go to MetaMask, right? You go to settings. You click the logo of your account on the top right, drop-down menu, click on settings, networks. You add the network. If you want to manually add the network, it's right here, FANTOM Opera. You would copy and paste these things in there, but it's just as easy to go to chainlist.org and let them just have it installed at the click of a button. But at the same time, congratulations, you would have successfully connected your MetaMask wallet to the FANTOM network. Bam, like we talked about. Now we want to move you forward, right? How do you get the initial FANTOM? All right, it's necessary to hold some FANTOM on the FANTOM chain to complete a transaction. The gas is used on the FANTOM network is FANTOM. So you need to set up your MetaMask on the FANTOM network, and the next step is to get the FANTOM tokens into the MetaMask wallet. So you can receive an ample amount of gas in FANTOM for 10 to 30 transactions from the SpookySwap official Discord. That's right. He'll give you free FANTOM for 20 of your transactions, maybe even 30. FANTOM gas is needed to perform the transactions on the FANTOM chain. Just like ETH and BSC ETH uses Ethereum and BSC uses the BNB coin. And that's going to be the same for all mainnets across the board. Every time you get into a mainnet, it's going to use the native coin as the gas fee for that mainnet, okay? I want you to understand that as well. So here's how you get some free FANTOM gas directly to your FANTOM wallet. Join the SpookySwap Discord, verify, send the faucet into the faucet channel. So you join the SpookySwap Discord, you verify, and then send faucet into the faucet channel. Send withdraw with your wallet address to FANTOM Tip Bot in a direct message. This starts your withdrawal process. For example, withdraw 00. You can find FANTOM Tip Bot through search or through the right side of the screen under bots. Receive confirmation. FANTOM Tip will now send a message that is processing your withdrawal, and it will take a few. How to bridge funds to FANTOM. So what if we want to bridge? You can bridge tokens from Ethereum, BSC, Arbitrum, Polygon, or Avalanche to FANTOM on the SpookySwap bridge. So the SpookySwap bridge is going to allow you, hold up, because I haven't seen this or played with it before. That's interesting. That's one of the biggest bridges I've ever seen. Someone said they bridged earlier today and they had a bit of an issue. I haven't tried the bridge. I'm going to have to play with the bridge. Maybe not live, of course, today, but I'm going to have to play with the bridge on my own and get a little hip to the bridge and see what's going on. So here is the bridge. I want to go from what chain to what? Interesting. I want to go to Ethereum to FANTOM. Well, that makes sense because I have a lot of money on the BSC chain, but I don't have, and I'd like to get it into the farm. So like you would swing from BSC. So you'd switch to the BSC network first, select what you want, swing it to the FANTOM mainnet. Interesting. The only issue, even if you do this, right, you still need FANTOM, so you're going to have to go to the Discord and get to that faucet and just get enough FANTOM to get started. Then you can buy and sell for FANTOM of whatever you want once you have it bridged. If you get what I'm saying, is everybody with me? Is everybody with me right now 100%? Does everybody know exactly what I'm talking about? Am I throwing terms and words out here that people are just confused about, or does people know exactly what's popping here? Shout out to Icy Club, shout out to everyone on the live, shout out to Dingo, 8 My Satoshi. If you use Evo DeFi Bridge, they give you a little FANTOM as well. So you have enough for some transactions. So we got another guy talking about the Evo DeFi Bridge. Check that out. Must be official if we going live. Shout out to Token Sexwell, Love Learning, Kronos Baltazar, and Dustin Cabra for playing Beat the Dingo to the live. My personal game to keep me entertained. Oh, they got you, man. Tokyo Sexwell, Beat the Dingo to the live, man. And shout out to Tokyo Sexwell for the $35. Hold up, where did that go? Oh, bring that back. For the $35 super chat, can you tell me what you know about the Sunday swap and how I can get it when it's time? Please and thank you. You know, it's funny, we did a whole thing on Sunday swap like 4 or 5 months ago. Like one of my, someone came on the live stream, my buddy, and he did an amazing, Andreas, my man from Italy, he did an amazing breakdown of the Sunday swap, how to get it, where you could get it, all the fun stuff about Sunday swap. And I was impressed, too. We had a blast doing it together. We got to dig that up and get that out to you all. I'll do a deep dive for you towards the end because that's $35. I'm going to have to include you in this live stream some way, somehow. But yeah, sorry I missed it, man. Shout out to Tokyo Sexwhale. No, this was months ago, man. Don't worry about it. This was months ago. I don't even think you were part of the stream. I didn't think you can't even apologize. I was just letting you know that we did handle it. We did tackle it. We thought it was important. So me and you are on the same wavelength. I like that you think it's important. We think it's important. And that's why lifers are amazing. And that's why I love you. And that's why you're the Tokyo sex wheel. I mean, and I'm not. I mean, clearly, I'm just the crypto sex wheel. Okay, so Spooky Swap, man, it's got a bridge to multiple chains. You got to love that. You got to absolutely love that. You can bridge from that chain. That's a lot of chains to be bridging from, in my humble opinion. I like to see that. That's awesome. And then you could get, so this is where you're going to be able to get the pair, right? So check it out. Moving forward again, right? And look at that, 35,000%. As the TVL is going down, as people are jumping in, I'm telling you right now, as people are jumping on in 96% a day. Audited by Paladin, also audited. Paladin is a leading smart contract auditing company with essential focus on decentralized focus reports. Let's check the report for Paladin. The overview. The token summary. The anti-whale limit can be set as low as 0.01 of the token supply required. Okay. Mint function can be used to pre-mint large amounts of tokens before ownership is transferred to the master chef. Okay. Delgado by cent can be front-run and cause denial of service acknowledged. It's not the best thing. Exclusion of zero address from anti-whale in constructor redundant with ERC20 library. Okay. Okay. Unused private variable. And you want to run through these audits and kind of get familiar. Governance set pair locker to malicious contract to steal up to 50% of all harvest. Okay, they got that. Rounding vulnerability to tokens with very large supply can cause large supply tokens to receive zero emissions. Okay, they got that taken care of. Acknowledge pools. Use the contract balance to figure out the total deposits. Okay, there are several typographic errors littered throughout the contract. Interesting. So they have that. There are several typographic errors littered throughout the contract. Interesting. Should change that, make that clean. Findings. The Pearl token is a simple ERC20 token with governance. It contains an anti-whale transfer limit and a 2% transfer tax, which is burned. The token operator can exclude addresses from the transfer tax and anti-whale limit. And it is also one of the few farming tokens that correctly implements the YAM delegation governance mechanism for voting. By default, the contract creator is excluded from anti-whale. By default. The pair token also has an in-case token get stuck function, which allows the operator to withdraw any token sent to the pair token contract. Since the protocol does not send any tokens there, this function does not cause worry and seems to just be present for withdrawing tokens accidentally sent to the contract. And so there you go, man. All right. We could go through this for days, but I like it. I like it. We did a bit of a due diligence there. 35,000%. That's one of the biggest I've ever seen given. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. And it's funny that they came up and brought it up to us, man, because they know we love Phantom. Sitting on a dip, it was at $7. This took a dip down to $4, you know? It could even dip a little lower. You never know. The idea is to just run the farm and not really worry about the price of this. That's what I would do. I just run farms. And I only risk 1% or less in my portfolio. Again, none of this is financial advice. If I dabble in any of this, it's very, very small percentage of my portfolio. I'm not throwing 10 grand in here when I'm worth 20 grand to try to make it happen. Not a good idea. It's a good idea to see what happens and take advantage. I like to experiment. Honestly, in all of these farms, I like to find out what goes on. You know what? I try 10 or 20 of them. And next you know, there's 2 or 3 that really run strong and become go-tos. And so, yeah. Pancake Honey has been a go-to for a while, too, continually giving gains. So, could Pearzap turn into something of the like? And when you get in early, too, you want to get in way underneath the $10 million TVL. This is a 2.8. It's not bad at all. It's probably in the sweet spot. So, we've gone over the audit. We've looked at it. I like what I'm seeing here for Pearzap. Unbelievable. We kind of went over how to jump on in. You get your MetaMask wallet. You got to get some Phantom. You can go over to their Discord on Spooky Swap, as they've said before here. We can follow the trail here. 37,000, insane, right? But so once you go there, so just to go over this again, because you're going to need Phantom, right? So you go to the Spooky Swap official, and then you're going to go and give her your name, type in the withdrawal, send in that address, and then the withdrawal will come. Give it a minute, right? Then you can bridge assets, right, using the Spooky Swap bridge, which where we kind of just went over. Now we're back here at Phantom token can't be bridged to Polygon or BSC, nor can it be bridged the other way around. Phantom pair can only be acquired on the Phantom network or by being eligible for airdrops from locked gardens. More info on this will follow soon. Phantom pair liquidity will be added to the DEX of our newest partner, Spirit Swap, the contract of Phantom pair. So there's your contract right there, and you can buy it on Spooky Swap. So you go to Spooky Swap and swap it for Phantom. Okay, so Pair Swap will launch on Phantom on the 11th of October at 9 a.m. UTC. 9 a.m. UTC, so we're 5 hours behind that. So that's going to be 4 a.m. our time. So that's coming in tomorrow, right? Because it's October 10th right now. Yep. Oh, no, today is the 11th. Okay, so wait, did it launch today or is it launching? No, I think it launched today. Pearzap will launch on Phantom on the 11th at 9 a.m. UTC. fair launch at the price. So I believe it's launched already, if it has not, right? Hold on. Yeah, because they're 5 hours ahead of us. So they're 11. Yeah, so this already passed, in my humble opinion. This already passed, right? Let me double check. I'm going to bring in the pros right now, and we're going to get a dev that's live from the project. Can you believe that? We're going to get a dev right now, live on the project. He's going to jump on in. Bam. How are you doing today, my friend? How you feeling? How's everything? Let me make sure your levels are good. Let me bring down the music a little bit for you.
Bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, amazing. My team is so happy to hear from you. Let's bring it up. And so everybody, as promised, a dev from Pearzap, a nice, collaborating with our favorite coin, FANTOM, or maybe not a dev, but a promoter or a connecting to the project. And
marketing manager, yeah.
Marketing manager. Let us know about Pearzap, how you got involved, why you like the project, and just, why you chose FANTOM and why you're expanding to FANTOM.
Yeah, well, first I wanted to say, thank you so much for the collaboration with your community and doing this live stream. It's definitely been an absolutely exciting expansion of FANTOM. Giving a little bit of background on Pearzap. So we launched on Polygon first a couple months ago. We actually did a dual launch with Walt Finance and Koala DeFi, both some pretty well-known, yield farms and projects, especially Walt Finance. They did a dual launch with us, and we had an absolutely massive launch that did extremely well. Ever since then, we've been expanding out, creating new partnerships. On the Polygon side, at one point, we were one of the top 5 yield farms on the Polygon chain. And we're still really high ranked up there as well. We decided to expand to the BSC side, had some great success there as well. You can look through our mediums and our partnerships and see just all the collaborations we've had. And then, as you had stated, I've been tuning in for a little bit here. As you stated, about 5 or so hours ago, or not, a little longer than that, earlier in the morning, we launched on FANTOM, which was absolutely insane. We had a starting list price as a fair launch at 50 cents, and now we're hovering around that $4 something point. So absolutely insane. Just really proud of the devs.
Boomed up to 7, right? So over a 12x or something like that. Something pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. We've been really lucky just sharing a little bit about the team. So like I said, my name's Bosch. We all kind of have these little code names that have to do with pairs or things like that. So my name is Bosch. I've been in crypto since about 2017 or so. I've been a part of launch pads, other DeFi projects, and yield farms. I actually teamed up with my other marketing manager. His name's Concord. The whole rest of the team, aside from me, is in Europe. So he covers one shift, I cover the other. So we kind of have constant exposure to marketing. And then we have 2 amazing devs. One of them, our main guy, he's a CEO as well. His name's Andrew. And then we have a front end dev. His name's Jay. They're amazing. I mean, they're able to develop things not just on one chain, but all chains so consistently. And they make things look good. If you look at our UI and our DApp, it doesn't look like a copycat spinoff. And that was from the start. From inception, we didn't just do a rip of a PancakeSwap UI. We completely revamped it and made it look really fresh, professional, and fun.
Yeah, no, you didn't. It doesn't look like BV Finance, but what? It's funny because I was used to. I started when there was just Uniswap, right? Last September getting into Uniswap, and then when the high fees, I jumped into Cake. I kind of became known as the Cake Man. Half my channel blew through Cake. When I looked at my analytics, because when I looked at my analytics, if I got 5,000 subs, I got 2,000 or 3,000 out of Cake at one point. So Cake built my channel, and honestly, and that's why I tell people everyone wants to leverage trade, and that's why I always tell people the amount of time you spend watching leverage trades, and I don't want to hate on anyone's system. If you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do. I personally love to do the research. And with the research, you get to connect. Like I get to meet someone like you and find out more. And I am someone who gets kind of like, I've been through, like I go through things fast. Like I've ripped through the Binance chain. I've ripped through and I get to the point now where like I need multi-chain. Cause I got, I got loads of, I might make a killing on a coin on Binance Smart Chain a day or two. But now you're sitting there with money and you want to move it and you're just like, and I don't know if how everyone knows, you got 100 things to do that day, especially me with what I'm doing. I'm doing tutoring, live streaming, and all this other stuff. And then, you go to set something up. Yeah. I don't know if everyone here has set up I'm going to get this into this. I know everyone's done it. You swear you're going to get this money into this farm on this day, and you end up going out to dinner with your wife or doing whatever you have to do, your kids, whatever, you're taking care of your parents, whatever, even hanging out with your buddies, whatever it is, and you miss that opportunity. And so I get to the point where I'm like, if I could just have multi-chain at my fingertips a little quicker, a little faster. So every time I see a dev team go ahead and hit that multi-chain button and decide that they have to, like it's not okay. No offense. Like you got to do more work now. Like it's sad. Like you used to be able to launch on one chain, but now if you really want to tackle the market, if you want to be the top, if you want to be the best, like you kind of have to be a multi-chain faceted entity, And so when you hit me and said we're coming on to FANTOM, but we already done this and this on other chains, I got very excited right off the bat, and I was kind of like, "How did I not know about this already?" So yeah.
What I'm really happy about is those partnerships really add validity to new farms, right? So that's kind of the point of partnerships is cross exposure. So if you look at the partners we've had, I mean, we just had Alpaca on Polygon, right? We had ApeSwap. We've had, some really big names, and we're continue to expand them. But the big thing you mentioned is, multi-chain is great. But if you completely neglect the old chains, you're going to really ostracize your community. So what we realized is, okay, well, pretty much in tandem with launch of new chains or launch of new major features, we're also cross-developing on our other chains as well. So it gives a great buying opportunity on our other tokens as they naturally dip in price as more people go to, the higher yielding chain, in this case, FANTOM.
Yeah, but so like the Polygon chain, and I wonder if there's like a flip-flop. There could be like a whole new way you just gave me a whole new idea, man. Like arbitrage, like chain swapping, right? It's like you get in on the FANTOM side when it's hot, right? But this might be the time to get back into the Polygon side when no one's paying attention, when the TVL is low and that it's gone down. And then it's just interesting to me. I never really had this. This is like, I mean, we're getting into a new frontier, and now I'm thinking of new strategies of how to make money in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, man. I mean, here's the biggest thing is obviously like I'm biased, right? Because not only do I work for the project, but I'm covering marketing. But what I can say confidently is that you want to look at what a project is doing with its other chains. Are they just throwing like little partnerships at it and saying, hey, look, we're keeping it alive? Or are they actually implementing features in a tiered way that goes from oldest chain to newest, which is exactly what we're doing. So for example, on Polygon chain, where we started, obviously the price has gone down considerably because people are super excited, especially recently for FANTOM, but we're going to be launching locked gardens. A quick synopsis of what that is basically you can stake in pair token, Polygon pair token, and earn essentially an airdrop of our FANTOM pair token. Now, what's great is it's a benefit for both sides because the max cap for those locked gardens is going to be lower. It's not going to be like, $1 million, 2 million plus. It's going to be lower than that. We're going to have wallet limitations, so that way it won't just be whales eating up that airdrop. And then also there'll be vesting periods as well. So what's cool is we're giving utility for other chains. They're getting those juicy tokens on the new chains, and we're taking care of all the sides. The last piece I'll mention too is when it comes to multi-chain, if you look at our developments and our roadmap, a big thing for us coming up, it's actually a little bit of alpha. We only really shared this in one other spot on a voice chat we did a couple days ago, but no better place to share it than here. Why not? So, something that we have coming up as well, which is going to hit Polygon first, then to our Binance Smart Chain, and then to FANTOM.
Everybody
is that we're looking at actually launching our own DEX, which is fantastic. So we have the TVL and also the name in this industry to be able to effectively launch a DEX and have some really good traction. Those fees will then go back into the project and really like help us boom. So we're really excited for that. We're not going to rush towards it, but it is coming sooner than we expected. So it's just really exciting because yes, Phantom is so exciting and it's going to continue to do well, but we're also going to be taking care of our Polygon side and others. So it's an exciting time to be in DeFi for sure.
So Gina Bombina, she asked, what about the safety measures? She says, what about the
really
about
good
the
question.
safety measures? Yeah.
That's something we took serious. So we have multiple audits. So first of all, our most reputable audit that I would say would be Paladin. They're very well known. Our code for the Binance Smart Chain side is the same as our Phantom side. So that same audit works perfectly. And we also have a tech rate audit on the Polygon side as well. So we have multiple audits, really kind of taking care of those multiple sides. We are going to be looking to do another audit as well, as we progress. But yeah, every time we expand to a new chain, if we don't have an audit that already covers us, we always like to get on that pretty quick because we know it builds confidence.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, because this is another thing that I think about. Shout out to Gina. Thank you for coming on to the live. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Bobby Woofter, he's already jumping in. He says, I'm having trouble swapping for pair on Spooky. It's giving me an error about the token.
Yeah, it's Spirit. Okay. It's actually, you're going to swap for it on Spirit Swap.
Spirit Swap, not Spooky. That's what Nico said. Yeah.
Spirit Swap.
Yeah, Spirit Swap. There you go. That should be easily fixed. Check it out. Another thing that I wanted to mention was now that we have this, idea that you can make. This is what I'm thinking. Pancake swap, right? To this day, like we've seen contenders. QuickSwap actually is pretty good, and we've seen some things in my mind that I believe can get there. We just haven't seen another pancake swap, but we know there's going to be one. Like there's going to be one on AVAX. There's going to be one on Phantom. Like in my mind, there's going to be one, right? And at times one will win, bigger or other at times, because maybe there'll be more attractive projects on each. So we're all wondering, is Pearzap possibly going to fill that void for, could it be the next pancake swap? I also saw your circulating supply 60 million, right? And that's flat. I mean, that's actually beautiful in my opinion. That's like a nice limit compared to a lot of these other coins you see out here. Even Cake is an emission. It's an emission coin basically, right? Like it runs on the idea that they produce what they produce, but take down the temporal scarcity, right? They're always burning what's around to make it have the feeling of a limited supply. But Cake really is an unlimited coin. It needs an ecosystem for it to grow, right? Instead of having more growth inside of its TVL. Like you have to keep adding to Cake, right? In order for it to keep emitting, so I like what you guys have here is interesting to me. And let's go over the pools too. You got some really nice pools. Let's check them out. You got a pair Phantom right here. 33,000%. I mean, beautiful, right? Another pair USDC, which is not, I'm a firm guy. Like I don't mind getting pair and USDC and throwing into the LP. That's something that looks attractive to me. Honestly, that's very attractive to me. I like that. I'll probably split, what I have here and probably run it into there. Maybe I'll do a live video on that. I'll record it and I'll put it out later too. And we got some wrapped Phantom and earned pair, and you got some ETH. You can even throw some ETH down here for 1,200% and earn some pair. So interesting. And FUSDT, some USDC. You can even throw down some USDC right now. Like that's almost like that right there is like, that's like risk free right there. And just, so a lot of times too, I tell people is, make your first farm a risk, like just jump into you don't have to go all in if you've never done this before. It's something that like you should just try it out easily and take, go take baby steps. And I'm also weary of farms. We went hard when the, farms came in hard, and BSC was just full of just nonsense at one point. I would, just like you said, I would click on it, see the pancake swap mint, this is just a replica, and just kind of be like, all right. Like I eventually even knew how to play those. There was a way to play those if you wanted to play them, but after a while it wasn't even like, it just wasn't, We lost you. You there? You back? You back?
Yeah, yeah, I got
Yeah.
disconnected there for a
Sorry,
second.
sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, no. I was just saying that yeah, so people, people get weary, and that's why I like Gina asking, and that's why everyone is close, and they want to know, like, way too many rug pulls in the game, way too many people disappearing. Like, I personally don't ever want to be associated with rug pulls. We do our best here at the channel to constantly vet who we do talk about. That's why it's even rare. People hit me up every day. Hey, will you do this? And honestly, I just, I can't feel a connection. But I'll tell you, everyone, I called this man. We sat and talked. It wasn't too long, but it was long enough for me to get a good understanding of, I feel like, where he was coming from, and to hear the passion in his voice. You see how much he wanted to kind of really break down the project, and how well-spoken he is as well. And so that really drew me in and made me feel like, we were with a team that I think can do something, and that really wants to go somewhere and believes in their project. So, yeah, Pearzap looks very interesting to me. And, yeah, and, me being huge on FANTOM, I love to see anything implementing FANTOM, especially in this manner. So this is awesome. Yeah.
Well, I love that, man. I really appreciate that. And, it's a pleasure being here. And just speaking about, just kind of innovation and things that we're doing different. You made a point to mention the 60 million total supply, right? Well, that is also shared across all chains. So it doesn't matter if we're on Polygon chain, Binance Smart Chain, FANTOM chain, a chain in the future even, it's all using the same 60 million cap. So that is pretty awesome. I don't know of many projects that are doing something.
Explain that to me. Yeah, because 60 million on each chain, or like if there's 20 million used here and there's 20 million used there, like they can only use 60 million spread across the chains. Because if that's true,
exactly,
you're making me get goosebumps, because that's interesting. Like, we've never heard of that. Like, that's interesting.
So the reason why we set that up, in full transparency, is when we made the transition from Polygon to BSC, our actual, if you look in the roadmap, like something that's stated there is, we want to be able to bridge all of our projects together to give them an equilibrium price. So in all honesty, we tried that. We tried that through a third party, and it just was too much of a headache, and it didn't work out well. So what we ended up doing is saying, you know what, let's build an in-house solution. Let's take our time, and let's give this next launch, FANTOM, all the room it needs to grow. And when we're ready to implement our own bridge, we'll make sure to, let the community know far in advance. So that way, if they want to arb to another chain, or if they want to do something in the interim, they'll have that space to do it before we implement the feature. So in the grand scheme of things, the reason why we have that 60 million total for all chains is because we want to build an in-house bridge, and we want to be able to make it so that you can go from project to project, not project to project, from token to token on each chain, and share all of the burns, share all of the total supply, and have even the TVL combined.
You're actually, it's cool because you're describing the future, and you're making me realize too that like we began with a chain and a coin, and then an interaction, and then a chain and a coin and interaction, and now to me it's more like that coin identity is now multi-chain, right? Like you're saying, and it's like, so the coin should be able to pass, like it should be, like that shouldn't be an extra thing like we're excited about. That should be a given from now on, right? Like you're saying, like this is becoming what should be the overall consensus eventually. Like every coin should just be able to be cross-chain, and its identity should be known cross-chain. Its supply, it's very interesting. I think we're hitting on. I've never even said these words or described this yet, which is pretty cool to think about. Multi-chain being a default mechanism of any coin. And
when you go multi-chain, you can do some pretty cool stuff. So along our roadmap as well. Actually, it's not, but I'll again drop a little excitement too. So the reason why we want to be able to have that multi-chain support and shared access across is we also want to expand our vaults, which right now we have auto compounding on Polygon. We're going to be expanding it to FANTOM, and going from there. But what we eventually want to be able to do is where you can actually compound your LPs across chains as well. So basically, we would have 1 megavolt where you could stake in an auto compound on any chain and have access to that 1 volt. So again, that's in the future, but it is planned as well. Right now, what we have planned for Phantom, what we have planned for Polygon and BSC is that DEX. But again, it comes to Poly first, then goes to BSC, then goes to Phantom. The progression of that won't be too long because once you do it on one, it's relatively easy to implement on the others for the most part. But I just want to add that in that little teaser because it's something kind of different for us.
That'd be insane. Like, I just love that idea. Yeah, that's why I was into SolPad. It was one of the first kind of multi-chain IDOs. It's like, imagine that you put your Solana in, to the IDO or SolPad, and then you could get your coins given to you on the Binance wallet, right? Like, you don't receive coins on the same chain that you even participated in the IDO in. Pretty cool. Yeah, I just don't want to be stuck on chains anymore. I know what it's like being on ETH and having to move funds off. I know what it's like just late at night seeing an opportunity that I want to jump on. And, I use Zero Swap recently. That's what I've been using to bridge. I've used it only a few times. And it's called Zero Swap, right? And it says, but you know how much it cost me? It cost me like $20. So it's funny, it's like, zero. Yeah, I mean, the Z-Swap coin is fine. The transaction on the BSC side and the actual transaction is fine, but you still have to pay an ETH fee to get your funds out of the ETH side. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, you don't escape the gas fee. And I was just, one day I had $200 in USDC, and for fun, I made this video, and so I swapped the USDC on Z-Swap with the Z coin, which I think is really low on KuCoin. I think it's a good speculative play for just, trading wise, but not like, I don't know how much longevity it has, but, yeah, I mean, I like what you guys are doing. You got to keep trucking along. I like that you reached out. I really appreciate that. We're going to keep you guys on the radar. And yeah, this is awesome, man. I'm really excited about it. And you did the audit. You did what you had to do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We definitely appreciate you having us and being part of this excitement for Phantom. I definitely invite everyone here that's listening or listens in the recording after, come check us out. Take your time, research us, look into what we've developed in the past, read through some of the mediums, see what you think, and if you like what you see and you're excited by those APRs, those juicy APRs on the Phantom side, join us.
Yeah. And like I told everyone before, jump into a USDC and earn some pair. See where it takes you. That's risk-free, really. Like, you see what I'm saying? You throw in a stable coin and find out. And obviously, I'd love you to jump on into the pair and add to liquidity, LP it, and get crazy. But, you don't just if you're new and you want to jump on in, it's almost like you could get a piece of pair and see where the price goes. Like, that's another thing I like about farming is sometimes you don't have to risk anything to almost be a part of the ecosystem and find out where it goes. You could do that for a few things and just see where it takes you. And you'd be surprised. I tell everyone my first kind of jump into Uniswap was horrible. I threw $3,000. I bought a coin called Nuts, Squirrel Coin. I bought, YFI was going up. There was YFFI, and everyone was trying to get the next one. And I grabbed one, and I put $500 or $600, and it turned to zero. And then I bought Parsec at 19 cents, and it would go down to like 10 cents or 5 cents or something. And I was down like $3,000, right? But next thing you know, I got the airdrop from Uniswap, and boom, that covers me and paid for everything because it was like more than I had paid. And then Parsec did like a 7x, and then Squirrel's also the Squirrel $500 turned into $4,000. You see what I'm saying? I tell everybody fall into this stuff. Like, even when I fall in, I end up making a 5. Like, I ended up basically, I fell in with 3 and ended up leaving with almost 20. Had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I did and I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's about exploring and just being first in some of these pools. You have no idea what it can have. I mean, this is a low 2VL at 2.8. I mean, this gets to 14. I remember when Cake was down and very low. Cake was 60 cents, everybody. And I remember when I was getting into the, and looking at these, then Cake hit 500, then $1 billion, then $2 billion. Next thing you know, it was $7 billion. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe my eyes, and went to 20. And at one point when it was at $44 and you're earning it and it's going up at that rate, I mean, there's nothing better in the world. Like, because to make money on a trade is one thing. To make money on a trade that's also giving you pieces of that, like you're gaining more of your actual bag every day. It's almost like you can't even believe it, you know? So I'll always think of cake and as it changed my life, honestly. And so I'm not going to get teary-eyed over TVL and stuff. But, I'm serious about my farming and about DeFi. And I realize that there are, there's a lot of ins and outs to it. And you do have to be important. But like you said, take your time. Watch them. See what they do. Let's watch what they do. And, maybe they'll come back on again in a few weeks. And we'll check up on them. And, I'm going to let you slide, man. I don't know how much more time you have. We're going to get into some Bitcoin and some other things. Keep the show going. But not too long tonight, guys. Probably till like 8:30. But thank you so much for coming on. Any last words you want to say, by all means. And I appreciate you, man. And thank you for all the hard work that you and your team are doing.
Well, I really appreciate you guys highlighting us. And again, really exciting time to be in DeFi. If you're new to it, this seems like an awesome channel to learn some more. And you're always welcome in our community to learn some as well.
Thanks, man. And Bobby said I've earned 2 pair already since the stream started. So there you go.
That's what's up.
He's up $8, man. That's how quick you can make $8 in this world. Thank you so much for being here, man. Right, yeah, seriously, man. Have a good night. Be safe.
Bye.
So there you have it, my friends. There you have it. Reaching out. And honestly, say thank you to that man, because we're about to go over Bitcoin now and break it down for the night. And without him, I might not have gone live. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them promoting me, get me back onto the live, get me some views, get me some people. Shout out to the $35 super chat that came in. Great interview. Shout out to John Gregory. Thanks, Pearzap, man. We might become the Pearzap team. You never know. Awesome. Thanks, Sam. Love these quickies. Yeah, and now let's take a look at Ruby BTC. This is on my radar real quick. You're lucky that you caught me with this inverted head and shoulder, forming a bit of a flag here too. So watch Ruby BTC. Everything else is looking, a little but this thing's looking pretty nice right now. Possible scalp here for Ruby BTC. You might want to write it down, put it on your radar. I got a cool little KuCoin list here. Silo also on my radar here. Silo, you might want to take a nibble, take a write down here. Silo extremely oversold on the 1 hour, extremely oversold on the 4 hour. Getting busy, getting ready. Wait for that 15-minute to come on down, and it just might be in that sweet spot. You never know. Actually doing a little bit of a flip there too, which is telling you that may be your bottom. And there's the bullish divergence on the 15-minute that we always love and look for right now. And Silo's hot right now. I'm telling you right now, it's got its own little ecosystem. It's got a lot going for it. People like this thing. So watch out for Silo. It's on my radar as well with the inverted. It's got that bullish divergence right there, and anything could happen for Silo. So appreciate you. What up, gang? Shout out to JD trading up in the spot, man. Fear and greed at 78. Yikes. Profit time. Yeah, fear and greed index is way too high, man. Wow, just caught the end, but awesome. Thanks, man. Anytime, man. Anytime. Yeah, that fear and greed index is pretty high. Now trying on the Phantom side. Is your cat on the keyboard? Tokyo? Sorry, my daughter, he wrote. What's up, gang? So let's break down BTC as well and see what's happening with Bitcoin on the night. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 79 people watching, 65 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. So I was thinking, there's a couple ideas that I was talking about here, okay? A couple things, all right? The bearish scenario is, look, this is a possible head with a shoulder, that's a possible bearish head and shoulder right there, okay? I've seen that play out as such with the neckline here, and it could kind of drop the length of the head to the neck. And that could bring you right back down here to 56,225. So all eyes on it, all right? Interesting, too, we just talked about this, and then boom, look, in the last 15 minutes, Bitcoin takes the nasty dip. The nasty dip. They're playing around with Bitcoin for sure. 1 hour's coming onto the downside, right? So it is happening. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Okay. So here's the deal. Bitcoin could definitely, in my opinion, this is the deal. I drew these two things. Bitcoin's either going to fight right here. This is really the next hard level, right? Let's open that up. That's it right there at about 56,600. Very, very tight spot right there. So far we got rejected by 57,000. we got rejected by 57,800. All right. So 2 levels of rejection. And then one would say, interesting too. Look at this. Look at this. Did anybody see it? The diamond pattern. I didn't call it out today. Very interesting. Look at it. The diamond. Yep. And there it is, dropping out the bottom like it's supposed to. When the diamond comes in the bottom, it drops out the bottom. It is what it is. There's the diamond. We should have seen it. Shame on you, lifers. No one posted the diamond. Shame on all of you. No, I'm just joking. But and also check out. We're going to keep this up here on the screen. Don't forget about Pearzap. If you're just jumping on in, go back to the beginning of the video. We talked about Pearzap. Sorry, Pearzap, not Pearzap. Pearzap. It's got some amazing TVLs. 35,000% right here in the Pearzap, and it has a bridge on Spirit Swap. Go to Spirit Swap where you can swap your Phantom and get down for some pair. And yeah, baby. And it was Paladin security. We went over the audit as well here. 2.8 TVL, $4.10 on pair. There you go. Good evening, Lifer fam. I see Gina is holding it down as always. Shout out to Crypto Legacy up in the spot. Yo, Lifer, how high could Phantom go? Been holding since around 20 cents. Me too, baby. And we're going to keep it going. Yo, what's up, my guy? Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to Verlin Brumley. Shout out to all my peoples. Was waiting for you to show up. Legacy. Crypto Rambo. Wow, just got the end, but so awesome. Thanks, man. Fear and Greed at 78. Yeah, any other questions we missed before I head out? CH. You got to join on Patreon or what, man? Become a lifer. Yeah, jump on into the Patreon, man. CHU, you on Telegram? You're their marketing manager. Was waiting for you to show up, Legacy. I can finally relax. Oh, she's funny. I thought I made you relaxed. I thought I relaxed everybody here. I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so let's take a look now. Wow. Interesting. It's a lot of interesting things going on. There was a nice pennant there that just fell down. But look, there's the diamond that fell to the downside. And there's my idea that we're going to come on down here. And we could come all the way back down to this area here and form a bull pennant and bounce off of 56,000. Right? 55,089. So that's not too bad, honestly. There's another chunky area there. So if I delete everything and we look at it again, I try to stay open-minded here. But that to me, that is a diamond. It definitely was a diamond. Like, this was the pattern, and we fell out of it for sure. And then there's the diamond around it. I can't believe I missed the diamond, but there it was. I usually catch those like real fast too. I'm really good at catching those diamonds. Anyway, and there's the measured move of the diamond is right here, back to this point. So that's what we're looking at for the diamond pattern. Okay. If Bitcoin wants to dump to the downside. Another thing that I was talking about is that Bitcoin was in a rising wedge, and we know that rising wedges break down what? 68% of the time, right? And so, bam, there's a rising wedge right there for sure. And Bitcoin's what? Breaking to the downside. Measured move for Bitcoin is right here. All right, let's take a look at the 4 hour. Is it dumping on us? It is. It's extremely overbought. So we've had our fun. I talked about, when we hit 57, that was a beautiful time to take some profit, in my humble opinion. And anything could happen too, the way they're playing with this market. Anything can happen. But the 4 hour needs to either double top up here so we can get one more flip, anything can happen, or we're coming down. It's two things. So either we get a little more push up or we come down. Either way, we're definitely not pumping like we did before. We're getting extended, and we've had a wonderful rally. Bitcoin pumped out of this beautifully well. We all have to be happy with what occurred right now. And now there's going to have to be a pullback. It just is what it is. Just after this huge, massive, nice little pullback there, but we found our way. So now we have to do the same thing. The same exact thing. So when you look at it, you realize that we have to touch the 21-day moving average on the 4 hour. That's it. It's very simple. So it's doing one of two things. Just like it formed this pattern here, it's got to form another pattern. It's got to find its way on the 4 hour, right? Why does everyone pressure Bitcoin? It has to be perfect. It has to just do what it needs to do. Now it's going to make one of these two patterns, and either way, it's going to touch the 21 here, or it's going to touch the 21 there. So it's going to fill this or fill that, and we're either going to look for the divergence down here or look for the divergence right there. And either one, we're going to snatch that and make a move back into BTC. So we already know the trade. The trade might take a few days for it to even occur, and then I'll put an alert down here on the 4 hour. I'll be savvy with it and wait. And when that alert hits, then I'll look at Bitcoin again. Until then, let the good times roll. Maybe let some of the low cap altcoins on KuCoin, They don't care about Bitcoin the way these other ones do. This thing will dump. This thing will pump on some amazingness. So look out for it to pump to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin USDT on the 4 hour. This thing could do some serious damage. Serious damage. Yeah, but the diamond was sneaky. Pulled the throwback before the dump. It was, but I should have seen it. I should have called it out. It slipped me. It slipped me. I'm usually better than that on the diamond. I really am. Shout out to 87 people on the live. 70 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Will Bitcoin pull back and put some liquidity back in the alts? That's what we're hoping for, and that's what we need. It does suggest a little as such on the Bitcoin dominance. We'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance. That's going to be the answer to this question that we all want to know, but definitely a pullback coming for Bitcoin. How big and how strong, we will see. Bit of a cup and handle forming again here because this is going to be a cup. It's going to form the handle. I think we're going to handle ourselves down. Can Bitcoin get handled? Maybe even bounce off 54,000. I like to see the lower the better in this region. I just want a stronger pullback for a stronger spring up. The more we pull back, the more we can go up. No one realizes that. Just like the further we go up, the more we have to come down. So we want a nice strong down so we can get a nice bounce back up. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to go too low here. I'm not trying to say I want bearish tones, but I just want to, I'm not scared for 52K. I'm not scared for 53K. I'm not, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. It only tells us more is a coming, baby. More is a comings. Okay? So there's an idea for Bitcoin for you right there, and we'll project for it, and then we watch that. And that's how I stay on top of the game for my peoples. All right? We are coming down here, and here's another suggestive idea. And that's why I always have 2 or 3 ideas open at one time. Most people would look at me like, you just said 7 things at once. And I might. But I'm able to kind of balance them all, and then at the right minute, pick the one that I want. Bam. You have 8 setups. As Bitcoin gets closer, you delete setup number 8, setup number 7, setup number 4, 5, 6, and then you get to setup number 1, which is the one you want, and you see what happens. If it pumps there, it pumps. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you take your stop loss or you make your move to the upside, and it is what it is. As Bitcoin loves to dump right here, though. 5 minute, still kind of struggling too as well. It's funny, when you put the 5 minute, the pattern's not too bad. Can actually still be in a bull pennant and extremely oversold. Take a look at that 15 minute. Are we getting oversold? We're on our way, but says there's still some room to the downside. And in my humble opinion, I mean, the diamond just has to play out. Any other YouTuber find the diamond? Are we the only YouTubers that find the diamond? I think we are. I don't think anybody else found the diamond here because it caught me off guard, and usually I'm pretty with it. And if it caught me off guard, then did Tom Crown check the diamond? Did Wendy check the diamond? Did anybody get the diamond today? Did Crown check that diamond? Anybody find this diamond pattern on Bitcoin? I wonder if Gamer Coins will take over again at a dump. Braces herself. Not a bear, but expecting 53K range. Yeah, not bad. Yo, Lifer, I finally sold my SHIB. Ooh, how long have you held it, my friend? Let's take a look at SHIB. And we put an idea for SHIB booming to the upside, and we nailed it. We absolutely nailed it. Look at this. That is definitely a head and shoulder pattern. And we all know that they're kind of sketchy, aren't they? They are. I tend to get, away from them if I can. And if you were to flip this upside down and you would call that an inverted, then you would have to call it a head and shoulder here. You see what I'm saying? So we got rejected by this top price. We're bouncing here. So now this is the idea. Shiba Uno, can you stay above 280, 2800, really 2880? 2880 is the number for me. If it can't stay above 2880, it's got to stay above 2760. Then it's coming back down into these regions. And now we're talking, a complete collapse of the pump. And we didn't get much. So far, so good. Are we getting some hidden bullish divergence? That's what we need to see here. And we do, like if we took this swing up to this swing up, that swung to the upside. This swings to the downside, and that does suggest that the trend will continue to the upside, and we started. So support and resistance flip right here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We're bouncing at 2970, and we can hold 2970. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful thing for Shiba Inu, okay? We do see a head and shoulder there, which could be occurring, all right? I hate to say. Could this also be happening here? There's definitely some mixed signals in the market and some up and downs. And then it's crazy, as much as that was a head and shoulder, and that's why you just got to work it. Nothing's guaranteed, and the pattern's always moving. Beginners get like, they're like, how is he just did a head and shoulder, which dumps, but could it also be making the right shoulder here? It's all about if we can hold support and resistance. So if we hold 284 and make a right shoulder, this is a bull pennant that wants to break to the upside. If not, it's a head and shoulder that wants to dump and wear out. So we'll see how this plays out. But Shiba Inu could be making another bull pennant and gearing up for another massive move to the upside. All right. We are oversold in the 1 hour, suggesting that we are going to pump. I mean, that's what happens. So we got to just wait for the 50-minute to get down here. And then that would be my executive entry. But hey, that's what I do. You don't do whatever you want. 50X, my man. Patience, always good. Shout out to Crypto Keeper getting out at 50X, man. You're the man, dude. Appreciate you, my friend. Hey, Lifer, I sent a super chat on Poly earlier. Did you go over it early this morning? Shout out to Noobs2121. SHIB NFT launch Thursday. Don't sell. Look at that, man. I'm going to swing trade it from now on. There you go. There you go. Shout out to Crypto Greg. Crypto Greg, are you holding a bag of SHIB, dude? Are you a SHIB guy? I'm holding a very small bag, like $2,000 worth of SHIB. Is my SHIB bag... I hold $2,000 worth of SHIB. Put a 1 if you think I'm a SHIB wussy. Put a 2 if you think I have enough SHIB. Put a 3 if I need a SHIB up. I'll make a poll real quick. I'm setting a poll up there. Any SHIB is good. Frankly, I don't give a SHIB. I love that. SHIB up, you fairy. So here's the poll here up at the top. Check out the poll that we got up there and see what it says. You know, it says, I have 2K USD of SHIB. Do I need more SHIB? And obviously there's a typo every time I write anything during the live stream because I'm never paying attention to what I'm writing. SHIBillionaire. 3 with stop loss. Any SHIB is good. Y'all are funny. Shout out to 91 people on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. What, on a Monday night? On a Monday night, ready to rock it. And it's Monday Night Football we're competing with as well. XCAD doing damage here. XNL. Now, I'm talking about XNL right here, and everybody's talking about, oh, the market's horrible. Oh. So why don't you find a recovery coin? A recovery coin is something that was down to the dumps when the whole market was pumping. What was that? That was XNL. So everything else was having a blast. Everyone was loving it. And XNL just decided ever since September, just... So for the last 3 weeks, while we were having that little mini rally and things have been going well, after Bitcoin kind of bottomed and we pumped again back up and all coins were kind of doing their thing, XNL just said, no, Chronicle, just dumping. But it's been on my radar and I've been talking about it. And I've gone over and over and over again. And we went over it right around here. At 56 is now at 63. I'm just saying. It's getting overbought on the 4 hour. Something to worry about, but looks like there might be a little bit of a scalp action here on the 15-minute. Possible little scalp coming here. Nothing big. Nothing big. And I'm also going to let the 1 hour and the 4 hour reset. I'm going to put an alert here on the 4 hour. That'll alert me in a few days from now. 1, you should have never sold back in the day. The real play is, yeah. I sold SHIB and it was the worst thing I ever did, man. I know, man. I had SHIB when no one had it, and I had so much SHIB. Oh gosh, the garbage made me 350% in 2 weeks. And I love that garbage. I love that trash. Nothing is trash in my hands. I make everything gold, baby. You know, since February, 50X SHIB NFT launch, man. Yeah, big bag. Did you see Dog Fight Club? Congrats, Crypto Keeper. SHIB NFT launch 30. So let's see what we got here on the poll. SHIB up, your fairy said 14%. Decent said 33. Do I need more SHIB? No. And 19% said yes so far on 36 votes. A lot of votes. Thank you so much for the voting. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the poll. Thank you. Okay, so one man's trash is another man's treasure. The golden child. Shout out to Cali Green 420 up in the spot. That garbage made me 350% in 2 weeks, man. I don't trade. I'm just here to listen to Lifer. I feel like I'm at a sporting event. Shout out to Bullish Kenny G up in the spot as we watch Bitcoin. Coming up. Hitting support and resistance. It's bouncing off the Fibonacci. It's gone. Breaking right past the 618. And Bitcoin is gone to the 0.5 Fibonacci. That is the Bitcoin Hall of Fame. That's the first time since February 3rd that Bitcoin went across the Fibonacci on a rainy day. I feel you, Bullish Kenny G. Shout out to Bullish Rojo. Shout out to Will Rojo up in the spot. Shout out to Kelly Green 420. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And don't forget, this awesome live stream is sponsored by our people over at Pearzap. The Pearzap. Check them out. It's on FANTOM. We went over how to get in. We talked about how to get FANTOM into your MetaMask wallet and how to keep it moving. And this is an unreal TVL, 31,000%, right? USDC too, 1,300% on your USDC just to earn some pair. You know, you can't beat it. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. This guy's the best on YouTube. Shout out to Cali Green 420. You're the man, dude. You're the best. I got some of the awesome people. Can you look at AXIO1 from Phoenix Soul? Let's take a look at AIXON from Phoenix Soul. But watch XNL. It's on my radar for sure. All right. Strong. We gave you Strong Blocks so long ago when it was not even that big of a name. $100. It's now done a 6.5x at $660. Strong Blocks. Look at it. Look what it's doing. Isn't it not a bit of a cup and handle? And it's a strong coin. People like this. It helps nodes become stronger that are on blockchains that need help. Strong Blocks is a big deal in my humble opinion. And it's not even all the way to the target where I have it going to $978. When we started accumulating it here at 512, we started getting in at $100, to be dead honest. If you've been watching my channel, we talked about Strong since day one. Why do we look at Strong? Honestly, the market dumped. Bitcoin went to 30K. And what I did is I looked for the strongest coin that I could find. And Strong, it's funny, Strong literally held it. It stayed in a pennant when everything else didn't. Everything else was dumping nasty. So this is when Bitcoin and everything else was dumping. Right around here, right around here. And Strong, just to me, just stayed in the pennant. Like, it stayed strong. Like, it had, this was the Bitcoin dip for it right there, but it wasn't that bad compared to other coins, and it stayed bullish. So I just said, this is bullish to me. 68% chance of break to the upside until it isn't, and then we maintain this. We got this, boom, we nailed that. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. So, Crypto Keeper, $50, 50x on SHIB. Wow, man. Thank you for the $50, 50x on SHIB. Wall Street G up next. Please check it out. Wall Street Games. Everyone loves Wall Street Games, and I have been hearing about it all the time. Let's take a look at it on PooCoin or Dex Guru, shall we? Dex Guru just has a nicer ring to it, don't it? Just a cleaner name. Just a cleaner name. I sat on the sidelines for a year after being in the 13K Bitcoin dump. Then I met Lifer and knew it was time. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Crypto Lifer. You sound like you're making an epic movie. That sounded awesome. Walk on Water. Join the Patreon. Thanks for the vibe that you provide, bro. Anytime, Frankie G. You're the man, my dude. Thanks for the vibe that you provide coming on into the live. If you like the vibe that I provide, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Shout out to everyone here. Thank you for coming on in. And thank you for this awesome opportunity to be here again a second time today. I never thought I was going to be here today. I never planned on a double up. Thank you so much for the 50 and the 30. And then you guys hit me up with 80. So you never know what's going to happen in your life. You always have to stay so positive. And blessings are coming every single day. Shout out to the sponsorship. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Each and every one appreciates it. We really do. And let's make a sponsorship even bigger here if we can. I just appreciate anyone that appreciates me. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for all the love. And check out Pearzap if you can. With the beautiful TVLs. Unbelievable what we're seeing over there. Check them out. Follow them on Twitter. Let's get them going. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. I have a feeling about this chart will look like end of year. Plan B. Over 100,000 by 2021. Look at that. Ooh, over 100,000 by the end, man. Look at this from 2011, just doing its thing, man. Bitcoin and the S&P 500, man. I can't believe where we are, man. We've made it so far here on this Monday night. Shout out to Tristan Foosbar. Yo, you're my dude, man. How you been, Tristan? How you been, my friend? One of my first students, man. I appreciate you, my buddy. I hope you're doing well. I thought about you the other day. I wouldn't mind doing a checkup for you. Email Crypto Lifers. Say you've been a long-term. I need to do a checkup for you, man. Let me know. Always providing value. Shout out to Will Rojo. You were amazing, Sam. Shout out to Saad Al-Qutani. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Oops. Wrong emoji. Shout out to Chocolate. Salty balls up at this pop. It takes it. It's so funny when I say it all out, but I'll let it rock. All it takes is coming across to the right people, and it can change your life for the better. Shout out to Bullish Kelly G. I believe you. I like your 82K call. Shout out to John Gregory. Hey, 82,000 over. We talked about XCAT as well. This is on my radar as well. XCAT, possibly doing a bit of something. And also, it's funny, I don't see these. I swear, you guys and gals and you lifers and life vets, all you people out there watching the live, I swear I get channeled when you were here. Because I didn't see this cup and handle, even when I made this before, and now I see it. How come I see it on the live? I didn't see it before. I truly believe going live is really helping my life in a way that I never thought possible. Connecting to other human beings. Even though it's virtual through my computer, I feel each and every one of you, and I know you're there. And I get anxiety before my show because I know I'm actually interacting with human spirits and souls out there, and I love each and every one of you. And one day I will meet you, and we will interact in person. So even if it is on the computer now, it's going to be in my real life one day. It's happened to me. I started a YouTube channel years ago when it was about drones, all right? And then eventually a guy was like, hey, man, I'm coming all the way out from Kentucky to meet this guy. You should come there. And I came to his house, and I got to meet this dude that I had met through YouTube. We had met through YouTube because we were both into drones, and I met him. I went out, and I said to my wife, I said, this is so crazy that I'm meeting people because of YouTube. And this was 10 years ago when I started my Remote Chief channel. So YouTube has been changing my life for a long time. Shout out to YouTube. Thank you so much for the algorithm. Thank you so much for the love. Everyone has their complaints about the ups and downs. And yes, it can be shocking when when your channel disappears or where something happens. But for the most part, let's give a warm thank you to YouTube and the algorithm for bringing us all together and for having an amazing place where we can all hang out. Yes, I'm not exactly happy with everything this day and age, so please don't attack me. I'm just trying to be positive about all the situations we're in right now, and so that's what I'm talking about here. Let's take a look at AXION for my man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. AXION, USDC here. Let's see what we have happening. Do you want ION? Isn't it ION, not AXION? I'll go and look at coin market cap because I may be completely off here and I don't want to offend and pick the wrong coin. And then the $50 super chat. You're the man, dude. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much. Lightning up 80, and we talked about this morning. It's funny, we talked about light. We were going over it today. That's interesting, right? We went over light earlier this morning and it pumps. Funny. Walk on water and join the Patreon all day long, baby. Sergu Makanu, it's been a long time. Sam, heard of Faucet? You deserve to get your bread directly. Your channel's incredible. YouTube won't be happy when this pops. I'll jump into Faucet. Club, did you change your network and or add the token? I'm here to hear about this Pearzap. I'm gonna have to remind to hear about this Pearzap. Yes, and thank you. I love your sporting event analogy. Is there a minimum amount to make it worthwhile to use Pearzap? I'm new to this kind of thing. Basic holder. I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. And I only risk 1% or less of my portfolio, and not financial advice. That's what I personally do. I don't go hard on things like that. I'm very, very, very risk adverse. Opened up the crypto donation page. Still no nano there. Shout out to Sergo Makanu. Oh my gosh. I used to put the nano there and then it disappeared. I got the nano, man. You know what? You have my nano address. Drip me some nano, man. I know you have my address. I see you dripping me nano randomly. This is so sick, yo. Shout out to Alexander Gustav. Salty. The hardest working man in crypto. Shout out to Brian Shrimp. Shibby doing the dippy. When in doubt, shib it out. Lifers smash. Shibby doing the dippy. Everything's going to do the dippy, man. Nothing goes up forever, guys. We're going to have to go through some pain for gain. We don't get it for free. If they told you it was free, it wasn't. And AXION, let's take a look at this coin. What is it? The AXION network on the Ethereum. It looks like it's on Uniswap. Look at that insane dip and pump back up. That's actually a little shady to me. Fully diluted market cap. Volume is 88. This thing is tiny. No one even knows about this thing. You are giving us something that just kind of came out. Nobody even really knows about it. And there's Ripio Credit Network. I remember when that first was popping. You can only get this on Uniswap for ETH. You know, we're kind of... Everyone here is kind of has for some reason, we don't know, but we're all kind of have an allergic reaction when we use Uniswap. I don't know why. Does anybody know why? Luna approaching a great accumulation zone. Yeah, it is, baby. Richard Hart going to be on the Lex Friedman podcast. Okay. Going to be posted to Polygon soon. It's a low cap. Might not be on the trading view. Phoenix Soul. Distributed traditional finance industry. No traditional banks. No centralized operations. No minimum term. No minimum amount. Withdrawal any time. Value at maturity. 17,000 USDC. Plus liquidity. BSC dividends. Yearly. Interesting. What is the accelerator? Get a quote now. See how much you could earn. Deposit 10,000 USD. Stake during 222 days. Value at maturity is $17,000. So if you were to deposit 50 grand, all right, and stake it for 2,222 days, which is about 7 years, right? You'll double the money though. Staking duration for 5,000 days. Future price. But what if the price were to go up to some crazy value? The most you could ever make is $1 million in about... It's kind of crazy. They're suggesting you could make almost $1 million off of 50K, but how long it's going to take, right? It's going to take 15 years. I mean, that's not bad if you're 20 years old right now and you can come out at $35. Hey. See how much you get. Now, what I don't like, right off the bat, they show Solana and Matic. I like that, right? The future coming to Polygon. All gas fees covered. NFT stake seamless. Migration. This and more coming soon to Polygon. And look, it says, what is Axion? And it doesn't really, it doesn't really, say. Highly secured, fully automated smart contract. I get what it does. But again, you got to come out and say it. Spend your crypto. Bring everyday expenses to the world. Strategy Partners Connect Financial. Spend your AXN with or wrapped Bitcoin dividends on all purchases. Extend your purchasing power with Connect Visa credit card and load up with fiat or other cryptocurrencies for greater flexibility. I like it. Having Solana on a credit card, that's pretty cool. Dire Wolf, total value 210,000. Access exclusive token launches and airdrops. Powered by the community. I mean, it's interesting for sure. I wish they explained more of exactly what they did quick. We see it. I get it. But there should be more, information. And they're only on Uniswap. Interesting. Could be getting into something big at the very beginning. It's very possible. Again, thank you for putting that on the radar. It's only 0.0016. And anything is possible for this coin. So, yeah. Very small amount. Very small volume. Interesting. Thank you, Dingo. My mom says you're the most exciting YouTuber. Thank you, Crypto Mel. Tell your mom she's the most exciting mom in the world. Seems easier to use Phantom to buy pair instead of BSC for the better TVL. I can't find BSC contract to bridge pair. You just go get pair on Phantom. For sure. I wouldn't play any games. Phantom with an F, though, no PH. The Phantom wallet goes for Solana. Next group tutoring session is Tuesday, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Everybody, the next group tutoring session is tomorrow, 3 p.m. If you want to jump on into tutoring, I'll show you how to make cup and handles, how to use the moving averages, how to use support and resistance, how to break it down, see what's happening like this. You'll do something you'll be able to do stuff like this. Look, you'll look at AION, which is not Axon. I just want to make that clear. This is AION. But if you look at this here, look, bit of a cup, and there's your handle for sure. And it's breaking out of the cup and handle. Can it hold support and resistance levels? Then you want to skill it from wick to wick and throw it on up. Okay. And this, my friend, is really going to be what changes the game for you. All right. Shout out to my graphics team coming out strong with the Pearzap. You want to say Pearzap? The Pearzap. The Pearzap quick thumbnail, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. The team is strong. Y'all the best. And wow, look, we were looking at Cat just yesterday, and there it would pop. It would pop earlier yesterday afternoon. Boom to the upside. Interesting. Very interesting. Want to look at KDA to Kadena. I've been looking at as well on my radar. Things just flow through my head at the right time. Look at this thing. And it did kind of break out, as we talked about. And this thing looks bullish to me. It really does. And we even had a bigger target here. So, KDA is moving. And, yeah, so far so good for KDA on the radar. And, you know, we still find gems. We will find the gems no matter what's happening in the market. I'm telling you right now. It does not matter. We will find the gems. Okay. Blocktopia. Who is Elio? That's funny. Blockfolio getting love again, though. Late night on that block. Asia chose the blood. I know, right? 56,000. We'll take a look, though. Join the Shiba Club, my man. It's going to bounce soon. I'm strong on Shiba, man. I really am. I don't think there's an issue with it. People freak out because it's a meme coin. I don't think they realize someone has something planned for this thing. Listen to my man Jose, man. He can see things. He's a wiser person. He's a wiser man. He's been around and he sees things. He's a detailed man. He can notice stuff. He noticed Doge early. And he's not even into the memes. That's the thing. He sees things in the charts and he's like a chart whisperer, man. I also like Shaw, man. Safe haven, right? So in a bit of a cup and handle here, finally bottoming out and retesting this top trend line. So watch Safe Haven. It's on my radar as well. Take a look at the 1 hour for Safe Haven. And it's extremely oversold. So Safe Haven on my radar, looking somewhat scrumptious here. Safe Haven, all right? Something to think about. And so I kind of have my little list of KuCoin craziness here that most people may or may not know about, right? And we knew about Safe Haven way back in May. And that's what's sad. Some really good projects came out right when Bitcoin dumped on them. And they were good projects. Like, they would have really been amazing for the entire ecosystem had the ecosystem just kept growing. They had to take a bit of a hit and pull back, but that is what it is. And it's how markets form and how markets find their structure and eventually continue to the upside. So it is what it is. And we'll filter out the weak coins, shall we? And move on. And the weak shall not inherit the earth. The strong shall inherit the earth. So look at this. Safe Haven. Minting is live right now for Cyber Hornet Scolony. These actually look pretty cool. I'll have to admit. These things are pretty fresh. Shout out to Birdman for your nice mint, dude. EOS, 1 hour and 4 hour bullish divergence on EOS. We'll take a look at EOS from my man Jesse B. Thank you, Jesse. That's a hot NFT, though. I have to admit, that thing's hot, bro. Do you try emailing lifers and ask if you can still get in this week? I think that's what he said this morning. Yeah, just email cryptolifers@gmail.com and we'll get you into the beginner's course tomorrow. If you have a maximum 500 to invest and your life depended on it, and you only had until the end of the year to make profit, what would you do with it? I would never answer that question because I'm not a financial advisor. So sorry, man. You know what? Everyone's destiny is different. You're destined to make your money. I'm destined to make mine. We never know. Whatever you end up doing. A friend described the meek to me as those who have the ability to dram their sword, but choose not to. And I said the weak, not the meek, though. The meek shall inherit the earth. That's a completely different story. You're 100% right, Phoenix. I was saying not the weak, though the strong. The meek are the strong, and that's what people don't realize. But the meek are not the weak. It's a whole different story. And I appreciate you saying that, actually. And there's Brave Browser. Jump in and use the Brave Browser, everybody. Right here, I'm telling you. And if you use my link to make your Brave Browser, it really helps out the channel. Why use the Brave Browser? The browser reimagined 3 times faster than Chrome. Better privacy by default than Firefox and uses 35% less battery on your mobile phone. The Brave Browser reimagined. This thing's unbelievable. We're bringing you the live stream here, brought to you on the Brave Browser. I think you should use it. Why? Well, check it out. See this little guy here? You can swing him on and off. And when you're watching YouTube, like if you're going to watch a YouTube channel like this, like you hit this YouTube channel and it comes on, if this little guy is switched off, I'm going to be watching an ad for sure. Right? Look at that. I'm going to be watching an ad. Look at that. There's the ad right there. But if I switch this on, it's going to block the ad. Immediately, I'm never going to watch an ad on YouTube again. And it's unbelievable. If I do want to watch the ad, it's going to pay me in basic attention token, add it to my Uphold wallet, which I accumulate over the month. And then you actually end up paying for 20, 10, sometimes even 30% of your entire internet bill, depending on how many you watch. So why would you use anything else? Protects your privacy, helps you get paid if you want to watch something, and keeps the ads out of your head. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer. So that's my idea right now. All right. Use the Brave Browser, my friends, or you may be missing out. Safe haven on KuCoin. Something to think about. You might want to wet your whistle. And again, nothing is financial advice. Nothing I do and say here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. It's for entertainment purposes only. Massive shout out to tonight's sponsor, Pearzap, for the 333. Yeah, man, hooking me up $500 for the shout out, man. Unbelievable. Appreciate them. Thank you very, very much. And I want everyone to know, just so I'm being very honest with my subs, yeah, I was sponsored for this, and it's not like I don't know where, hey, jump into this. No, we were sponsored, right? It was a promoted video, but, and we're always going to be honest here about our sponsorships and what we're doing, because that's how you have to be here. And I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. And thank you for being here. Okay, so moving forward, I like SH. Shah looks absolutely beautiful. Let's take back a look at Bitcoin as it's doing a dumpy dump, I heard. Someone told me that it may be doing a dumpy dump. Okay. I mean, honestly, though, this is actually not too bad. Look, this is a retest. Is it not? Isn't it just retesting top trend line before it pumps to the upside? If the 1 hour is getting close to that oversold region, I mean, this could be doing a retest. We did talk about a possible shoulder head and a possible shoulder. Anything is possible, but hey, so far, not so bad. I mean, and it's just forming a bit of a flag here, too. Smaller time frame flag. Look at this flag. Look at that. So there's the bullish scenario is we're just forming a flag, not to worry. All can be well, and we'll break on out of here. The bearish scenario is that, we are in that bull, in the diamond that we talked about earlier. Okay. And we're breaking to the downside, and we have more to go. We are kind of hitting this top, though. Look, resistance, support and resistance. SR flip right now happening. There it is. I mean, we like seeing that. There's our resistance. There's our support. And we could see that hold as well. So all eyes on BTC. Here's our idea, and we're going to watch it closely. And I'll keep the patrons updated throughout the night on Bitcoin. Honestly, communication, too. Most important things in any relationship. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to Buy Douglas and join the Patreon. Okay, so XCAD X and Now, Silo, Ruby, some coins we were talking about. Let's take a look at the show, and I want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance tonight, all right? And it looks like it wants to pump. Look at that. That's looking a little too scary for me. So watch your altcoins, as this says Bitcoin dominance may want to pump back to the upside, and Bitcoin may want to pump as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a massive pump for Bitcoin out of nowhere, just like bloom. And this may this could, this is interesting. This could round up. Is the 15-minute low? It is. I mean, pushing up. Highly likely this starts to push up. That's my indication. Movement on the 15-minute with the 1 hour and the 15-minute low. That's my indication for a blast to the upside. I like what we're seeing here. And this is very, very interesting. So, yeah. I don't know if Bitcoin holds the line. I may front run U.S. market open tomorrow. I do try emailing Lifer at cryptolifers@gmail and ask if you can still get in this week. I think that's what he said this morning. Yeah, we're opening up as many slots as you want. Let all the beginners in. Jump on in, cryptolifers@gmail. Jump on in. We'll get you in the beginner's course tomorrow. You just got to pay with crypto or even PayPal. We can find a way, either one. Let us know. Jump on in. Email cryptolifers@gmail. If you want to jump into the beginner's course tomorrow, it's going to be a perfect time to get in. This week is a really good time before Bitcoin really begins to erupt. You're going to learn about Bitcoin dominance, total, things you really need to know about the market. You can ask a question and answer towards the end too. So you can sit with me on a more intimate level. It's not like the live. The live, I am kind of on an entertainment phase. I am hyped up, like I'm doing my thing. When we're together, it's more like this. It's more calm. We're learning as a teacher and student. It's a beautiful time. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing to do, to teach. So jump on into the teaching tomorrow. I can't wait to see each and every one of your wonderful faces. And I'm so happy to have this opportunity to be your teacher. Thank you so much for my life and my love of cryptocurrency, my passion. Thank you, dear Lord, for the ability to turn my passion into a beautiful business that I absolutely love. Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming on here. My soul is not looking good. You need Oprah Winfrey as a co-host. You get a Bitcoin, he gets a Bitcoin, she gets a Bitcoin. Everybody gets a Bitcoin. It's funny, right? He gets a car, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. So Bitcoin dominance wants to pump on the 1 hour and the 15-minute, but it wants to dump on the 4 hour. So there you go. So fine, tonight we get a little bit of a pump, but we get a relief rally for the alts in the next couple days. It tells you, 4 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6, 7 days, about a week. So we should see some movement in the alts for a week. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. All right. Get a little bit of a dump here now too, on the altcoins, on total and total too. A rounded top as well. I don't like seeing that. It could just be a fake out, and by all means, this could be the beginning of a bear market. Remember that. I hate to say these things, but I just, you have to be able to stomach. And obviously, I don't want that to be happening. That'd be horrible for my business. Way less people would sign up, right? It would just, it'd be harder for me to kind of get by. I'd have to stick to trading and shorting Bitcoin for the rest of the time. And we'd have fun, though. We'd still, people would still come in and learn. It might downsize, but I think the real people would still come in. I'd still have amazing students. I'd still find people that learn about cryptocurrency every day. Cryptocurrency is growing to the point now that even if you're in an up and down market, everybody knows about it now. You got Tom Brady on the new, with commercials during the games. People are going to be like, I need to know about this. What is that? And they're going to find the tutoring. So I'm not worried about a bear market, but I'm telling you right now, it could happen. It could happen. There's a chance. So I don't want anyone to think there's no guarantee, zero chance. Hey, what if this is the high here? We have a black swan event, we drop, and we have to go through a few years of pain. Now, it's highly unlikely, and based off everything that I see, but I'm always open-minded to the idea that it's possible. But look, another cup and handle forming here now on the 4 hour, and we're getting oversold. What does that tell you? That tells you we got a little more pain to the sideways action. This fills out. Maybe we bounce off 1.24 trillion for total to all the altcoins, and then we gone, baby, we gone. So we've been trusting the cup and handles, and they've been playing out for us. So if we do it again, it says we'll get all the way to $1.65 trillion in the altcoins, which that would be absolutely beautiful. All right. And same kind of scenario here. We're in a bull flag, and we're really still in the bull flag. Like, we really never left. Like, that's beautiful. So look at that for total. And we're coming down on the 4 hour. Are we oversold in the 1 hour? We are. I mean, that tells us we got to break out. I like what I'm seeing, man. Something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Either Bitcoin's going to pop tonight or an altcoin's going to kind of bring in some more money into the game. This is suggesting that something's brewing for the total market cap. So I like what I'm seeing here. And again, I know it goes against kind of the sentiment. The market's a little funky, but the charts never lie, man. And you show me the charts, I'll show you the news. things looking somewhat bullish, right? Let's go over Secret BTC. I went over this thing numerous times. We talked about it down here at 4,500 sats, 4,700 sats, and this thing would go all the way and do some serious damage. Look at that. 152% gains. 1 Bitcoin would turn into 1.5 Bitcoin, 2.5 Bitcoins. Unbelievable with Secret BTC. And I talked about it over and over again. Talked about Secret ETH as well. And here's the trade we gave you to Secret ETH. Congratulations. Boom. Boom, boom. Hit my target at 77% and more Secret ETH. And when I made this trade, the market wasn't looking good. And I said to everybody, you know what I do is I look for the pairs that no one's really paying attention to. I look for pairs that the normal like retail trader would never even think about. Like they don't know how to. Number one, they might not even know about Secret. Are they going to trade Secret ETH? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. And so is it going to get sold off hard? You see what I'm saying? And so as crazy as that mentality is, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think of my strategy there? Looking for offset pairs that people aren't really paying attention to. And you know what I'm saying? So 77% gains with this, man. Booming to the upside. Unbelievable. All right, everyone. I'm out of here for the night. I'm going to look at one more thing, add this to the win list, and then I'm jumping out of here for the night. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow morning as fast as fast. Been killing it today with JSMY. Let's take a look at JSMY as we put it on our radar too. We were talking about it when it first came out. Someone super chatted us, and that's why we're always do this. If we don't get it, someone super chats us about it. This channel always gets hooked up. Like we get blessed. We get blessed with the love. We really do. Woo! Look at that. And we suggested this would bounce to the upside. Look at that. Did we do the Bittrex pair? I knew I had some idea here. Up to 8 cents. Looking at the calls here. I know we went over this together. I just want to see here. Okay, so here we go. Check it out. So we got a new coin we found. JSMY on Coinbase. We're talking about a half a penny right here when we first kind of looking at it. And it would go to 8 cents. So this thing did damage almost 9, 889, almost 9, about 90% gains, right? Then one of my own analysts here would talk about it here too. When? On October 8th. And he would give you the idea and say this goes all the way up to 9. It's at 8.8 right now. Absolutely nailed the call. Absolutely nailed the technical analysis projection. Not even a call. Technical analysis projection. Good call on taking profits on block. So thanks for the live stream. You demand, Sam. New work, Sked, whack now. I missed the live. Damn, man. I'm sorry about that, Will Rojo. Thanks for your time, Sam. Anytime. Just commit for 90 days. AVAX, Sol, Dot, Phantom, Ada, Shib, Doge. The list is endless. Liquidity incoming. Yeah, see what he's saying? Like, you just have to have the patience. Coinbase. And look at that, man. So shout out to my analysts. If I don't get it, one of them gets it. My whole entire team is so strong. And then on top of that, we have the lifers, VIP, and charts and ideas. And there are other lifers that are going hard, showing you ideas, thoughts, all sorts of awesome concepts. Yeah. Tokyo Sex Whale, man, I don't have the answer to your question, man. I'd have to get back to you. Like, how's that? I don't know everything, man. You pay me $35, but I don't know everything. We'd have to sit here together and type in Sunday Swap. To get Sunday Swap, I'm pretty sure you have to stake Cardano. You know what I'm saying? And you had to stake Cardano a long time ago. Enter the app. Recent update. Coming soon. Sunday Swap. When is it coming soon? How do we get into it? Sunday Swap is the sweetest decentralized exchange on Cardano, aiming to be the platform for future financial innovation. Join the community today. I mean, I think it's a good idea to get some Sunday Swap, right? Let's take a look at it here. We were all about it when it first came out. Charlie 3, Sunday Swap. Like, I was like, this is the time. You were going to have to stake some Cardano to get in. I know that. Sunday. Let's see what it is, how much it is now. Market data is on track. So I don't know if you can buy Sunday yet. You'd have to stake. I think you had to stake Cardano just to get the Sunday. You know? It's hard to figure out. You got to go to the Reddit and do a deep dive in the Reddit, my friend. It's okay. You did enough tonight. Deal. Let's take a look, though. Weekly technical progress. Sunday swap update, week 16. I think we're coming close to the launch date announcement. So let's see what they're talking about here.
Talk about Sunday swap update number 16. For those of you guys who are new to the project, we still got a lot more work to do. I feel like we will be getting an update but like that word of mouth, a lot of people on Cardano already know Sunday swap is an anticipated project that's supposed to be successful now. So it makes sense something like Sunday swap is going to be one of the big players of DeFi on Cardano, because Cardano just more details about the risks associated to this project, because I think it's important to highlight the risks.
Yummy Universe NFT Sunday Swap already 1-to-1, still on track for mid-October. The best partnership, Sunday Swap and Meld Labs. Interesting. Just like to see who this YouTuber is.
Sunday Swap announced a new partnership with MedLab. In this video, I'm going to talk about why this is very important and why this is going to...
People from around the world, man, into crypto. So amazing. We'll throw him a subscriber. He's on his way to doing his thing, man. Shout out to this dude.
Fiat currency, and you have to use ×2 of the amount you want to borrow as a collateral.
Look at this dude. Is Shiba Uno a scam? I can't believe BitBoy's thumbnails are insane, man. The guy is just so, he's too much for me, man. I love him, but it's going to be out in a month or so, as far as I'm informed. They said within a month of Cardano's smart contracts. Calder Ronster, there your man. There's my man KC. Crypto was life. Hasta la vista, baby. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you coming on, and hit the like button. Let's get it pumping. Thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm out for the night, guys and gals, lifers and lifettes. Let's take a look one more time at, so JSMY booming to the upside, blasting off. And we did talk about this around 5 cents and gave you the call. If you took the call up, huge, 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 from 5 cents and more, doing damage. So look at that. 81% gains on JSMY. All right. And let's see if anything is hype right now in my little list. Meme is still pumping. DAG BTC is doing a little bit of a pump. Pivx is pumping. Beam has got a little bit of a move here. Rarible is moving. Fun BTC dumped. Okay. Remember GBTC? That's interesting. Grayscale doing its thing. OMC Go. Remember, this kind of front run a lot of things. Bounced off this. Now it's doing a double bottom here. You might want to watch OMC Go. And then some down tokens have been fun to play. XRP down 3%. Profi BTC is doing its thing. Bitcoin Gold. DGTX. Key showing a little signs of life. Not a lot. Key. IOTX. Remember, Vited had that huge pump recently. Maybe coming back for more. Kudos. GVT. Nimic. LTO. Bitcoin double bottoming. FET, man. What did you do, FET? You were looking bullish as all heck in this beautiful pennant, and you gave it up. To me, though, FET just eventually is going to come and get it what it wants, you know? It's going to come and get what it wants. I see FET getting out there. All right, everyone, thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. You guys and girls are unbelievable. Shout out to the awesome sponsorship from Pearzap. Unbelievable. Don't forget to check out Pearzap on your way out. Before you shut your computer off tonight, take a look at them. Take a look at that TVL at 35,000% pair swap price. And that's why I like the USDC. Let the price settle. Throw in the USDC, get some pair, see where it's at. Then use the pair to start mining. Once you see a price floor or something kind of settle off, this is going to fall. Once this falls, that's when the price will figure its way out. People will jump in quickly with the high TVL. I've seen this many times. So, you know, just be wary. Do the right thing. And honestly, you don't have to do anything at all. None of this is financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Even just talking about the tech and the idea they're doing cross-chain, unbelievable. So shout out to the PairSwap team. Thank you for coming on in. Shout out to my man Bosch. Shout out to all my peoples. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at 10 a.m. ready to go for another beautiful live stream. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next live. Peace. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life.